All right. Hello, everybody. Crazy Canuck here. Welcome to another episode of Designer's Corner, and we got a real treat for you today. We have the one, the only Arctic Fury, or Adam. How you doing, Adam?
Good. How are you, buddy?
I am awesome. I am excited to play because I don't think we've like you've been playing as long as I have, maybe even longer. I think because you've been around since TGC one, right?
Right from the beginning,
Yeah, right.
2014, I believe.
Right
Yeah.
from the start, and I don't think we've actually talked before. So
Uh,
I'm excited here. This is fun. I'm happy to get you on. Thanks for doing this. And people have gonna have a lot of people love your courses. I love your courses. So yeah, I'm excited to get a little bit of insight in kind of how you design and kind of what your philosophies are. And we're gonna play your newest one. We're gonna play Broken Locket. So as we're loading up here, I don't know, just tell us a little bit about yourself, as much as you want to share anyway, outside of TGC or the golf club, PGA.
yeah, sure. Nothing too exciting. I'm just a normal guy, his late 30s. Um, Big golf enthusiast. Hockey first, actually.
Ah,
Golf's
nice.
actually second.
What's your team?
Yeah. Um, I'm a goalie, so was a
Oh,
goalie. So I like
yeah.
LA before they kind of went all crappy.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Quick's my favorite goalie, so I'll
Oh
say
yeah.
LA Kings. But
Nice.
now, I live where I live in Quebec. It's going to be the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, you're gonna be a big Carey Price fan.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, besides that, pretty normal, boring dude.
Normal, boring dude. But you got a baby, right? Brand new,
Yes,
right?
we just yeah, 3 weeks old. Um, so that's a bit of a life change. Not sure how it's going to affect my designing.
You'll
Yeah.
probably have a little less time. But
Oh boy.
oh,
Apologize in
right.
advance.
Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
I haven't played the game in 3 weeks. I was able to push this course out
So did did
using an old laptop I had. So
so how long's this
um,
course been kind of out there for?
this was done for um, about 3 weeks, I'd say.
Okay.
Oh, this is just
You're
this
fit. You're
is
gonna
get
find all the. There's a lot of water on this course, and you might find it all. That's great.
look. I even broke my drop zones already.
Uh,
They
we'll,
don't
we'll
even work.
oh they're yeah, because you do a really cool thing where you can kind of almost set your drop zones. I don't even know how you do. You have to
Yeah,
tell us how
usually
you
they
do that.
work, but
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Um, so the laptop using it, it was a big difference between my PC and I guess my tempo's all messed up. I'm usually decent at the game, but nothing great.
Right. We'll get up there. So, I guess maybe my first question is I think you're probably the most well known for in the community just for creating these absolutely stunning environments. Like, I feel like I can hold my own with most designers, but I mean, you are just like a step above and beyond everyone else. So,
Oh,
just
thanks.
a little bit like, like where do you get your inspiration from? Like, or like, where did all these ideas come from? Because I've seen you build a roller coaster on your golf course before. Like, where does all this come from?
Oh boy, I've been designing for a long time, even before TGC.
Hmm.
I first started. I was a teenager, and I woke up one day and I got this game in my stocking. It was I don't even know how mom found it. It was Jack Nicklaus Golf,
Okay.
and it had a designer in it.
Hmm.
So I like I just started designing and kind of tools on all designers are pretty similar, I find.
Yeah.
And not only that, I mean, I grew up in a small little fishing community in Newfoundland. I think the population was only like 90 people,
Oh wow.
and I didn't really have access to golf courses. So, but what I did have is crazy amount of farmland. Well, not farmland, but like just rolling land along the ocean that was like really well like maintained
Hmm.
by like animals that were there.
Yep.
So I said, I'm just gonna build my own course. So
That's cool. And you actually recreated it in the game, right? That one? I think you've done that.
it was
Or
exaggerated.
yeah.
Like I never actually, and I didn't have 18 holes. What I did is kind of fill in little bits of around the community was real.
Hmm.
I should show pictures sometime. It looks pretty similar,
Yeah, that would be
but
cool.
what I did is just create some extra holes where but I didn't create those in real life. But some of them were real.
Right. And what was that course called? Do you have that in 2K21 or have you not
I
brought that
haven't.
one over yet?
It was Flat Rock
Flat Rock, right?
golf course circa 19. I didn't port it over because the they got rid of the winter texture,
Ah,
and so all the icebergs were gone.
right, right, right.
So it kind of, I know it wouldn't affect most people, but you know, I guess I'm a little OCD over that. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so
I'd feel
like,
the same.
yeah, I didn't want to release it now because it looks, you know, the atmosphere is gone of it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm not sure where it just seems to come to me. I've always been a creative person.
Mm-hmm.
Always kind of just even when I was young, it just came so natural for me.
Nice. Yeah, we
So
can see that, like that house in the background there. It's just like, I look at that detail and it's just like, it looks like something you'd see in real life. And just what you're able to do with the limited amount of tools and objects to make something different is just mind blowing to me.
oh boy, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Um, yeah, I think I could do like if I had more control over the designer, I could do way more than what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, I'm not a developer. I don't make the
Well,
game, so
oh, we'll have to talk a little bit more because I mean I've I'll see if I can pass on some ideas you have because I think if we can get you the tools you want, I think the whole community will be pretty amazed, and other people will be able to pick up and make some pretty awesome stuff too. So, like for
yeah.
me, I love like I specialize in like on course stuff, like visuals, but like this off course, these villages that you create and stuff. I wouldn't even know where to start with this. This hole's gorgeous, the back here.
Hmm.
And then I,
Yeah.
I look at it and I'm like, okay, like that's not what he's done isn't like too difficult. But I wouldn't, I don't even have that brain capacity to think that that's how it would look. So I'm always amazed when I
Yeah.
play your courses.
And most people don't notice it. Like you don't notice the divots on the top. Like, well, most people don't notice the divots I put on
Yeah, the
the
little
par
pine
threes.
cones, right? Yeah.
Little pine cones, I bury
Mm-hmm.
them. But you know, I throw it out there, and there's always one or two people who notice it. But
Yeah.
most people just breeze right over it.
Oh yeah, because your small little details are crazy, and
Yeah.
believe me, like the more experienced designers, we pick up on pretty much everything you
Yeah.
do, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. So I think
But
kind of the big thing everyone jokes that you have a larger plant meter than everybody else because for the amount of stuff you're able to put on it. But
I
how do you
wish.
get how do you get so much detail on your golf courses? And I know why, but maybe explain to people why you're able to get so much more on there.
um, is because I do no multi planting.
No multi-planting.
Everything you see is hand planted.
Yeah.
Um, it's there for a reason, and nothing is wasted.
So every blade of
Um,
grass on that hill up there you've planted by hand.
yes, yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
and it's it's hard to get it. Like you need to do it in a way like you got to have some sort of rotation. But if I were to rotate every blade of grass, I mean, I'd be here for 5 years trying to do it. So you just try to blend it,
Right.
and but every now and then you can kind of see some. If you look in some spots, you can see, yeah, it kind of looks uniform, but
Right.
you just know. I mean, it can't sit here for 4 years
Oh, for sure.
trying to plant grass. But
So to plant that hill up there, roughly, how long would that take you?
I'm actually very fast because I have a very fast trigger finger. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I call it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not sure. Maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, that's not too bad.
I'm very fast in the designer.
Yeah.
Like very quick.
Yeah, we can tell by how fast you're able to pump out courses. I mean, it's crazy. I love the horse cart up there, by the way. I've never seen
Oh,
that before.
thanks.
That was cool. That was cool. So how'd you discover this series, the golf club series? You said you kind of been playing. You started with Jack Nicklaus and course designer.
Started with
So
Jack Nicklaus, and then that game got old. I was 19, oh boy, 1998.
okay.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my goodness,
unlucky. Where are you?
that was silly.
Oh,
That
there we
was
go.
trying to bite off too much there. I'm not that good at the game to do that yet. So, oh, this is.
Oh, firing more down there.
Oh, I
I love it.
apologize.
He's being humbled by his own course. We love to see this.
Oh, it's not that hard, of course. But
There we go.
then I started playing, I think, Tiger Woods series, or I played Lynx too.
Hmm.
I didn't really like the designer in Lynx.
Yeah.
Lynx 2003, I think it was. I didn't like the designer that much.
Hmm.
And then I just kept playing EA golf games and just waiting for them to put a designer in it. And I think the closest they came was Tiger Proofing, which was very limiting, and
Hmm.
you could change the size of the greens that they had. But
Right.
no, I just waited for years for a golf game to come out with a designer, and I gave up on EA because I guess they could monetize it or whatever.
Hmm.
Couldn't get the money for the DL, but then I seen this game TGC1 came along, so I jumped on, and I believe my first course was Ascension Bay, and it was a
That
hit
was your
right off the
first
bat.
course? Wow.
Yeah,
Jeez. That course was insane. I can't believe that was your first course. Oh
yeah.
my
So I
goodness.
quickly got noticed, and
Yeah. No kidding. That hosted one of the very first TGC Tours events, if not
yeah, I
the
remember
first, if I
it
remember.
was the first. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
remember you did a little video about it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's nice.
Seems like that was 20 years ago.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So in terms of like, yeah, more talking about kind of your inspiration and stuff, like are you looking at pictures or is this just like all coming off your top of your head?
No, I don't. I don't look at pictures. I don't follow like real course architecture.
Mm-hmm.
I, you know, given the background I had of creating my own courses, I kind of kind of has some of my holes that backyard type of feel.
Right.
Like
Yeah. Definitely feel that vibe.
so I kind of have my own style, which is different from anything you'd see in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think also what happened is when I was younger, we got our first computer, and this was really early in computer days. I don't know, but it had paint program on it,
Oh yeah.
and I just used to paint golf pictures, like 2D golf pictures,
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and that's the way I kind of make my holes now. It kind of looks like a painting. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
the way it's framed and everything, it kind of looks like a. That's the way I think about it. Every tee shot, I treat it as like a 2D picture,
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of frame it that way.
Yeah. You're framing and just yeah, everything looks like a painting. It's like you're playing 18 separate paintings. It's so cool.
Yeah, and I to save time, uh, I actually do something really weird. I create the holes in my head at night when I'm in bed. This, I know it sounds really weird, but
Oh yeah.
I actually don't design the holes. Like I don't get into the game and design the holes. I just get in the game and I already have the hole planted in my head,
Mm,
designed everything like that. So
right. No paper, no pen paper, just
no
all on your brain.
paper. Yeah, I have a bit of a photographic memory, so
Nice.
I'm able to just, like I say, I'll plant every little thing in my head, every bush, and then by the time I get on to do it, it's just I know exactly what to do. So it's kind
Wow.
of helpful in saving time.
No kidding. That's incredible. Yeah, I think yeah, like your whole designs, I would definitely describe them as kind of like they're definitely quirkier than like a traditional design. And I feel like
Hmm.
sometimes when I play your courses, I love them. And then there's other times where I just like I'm some of the holes I'm like I don't know if that one quite worked as well, but I mean
Yep.
that happens with my holes too. I'm the same as you. Like I'm not a big course architecture guy at all. Like
Yeah.
I know all the course architecture purists like cringe at my courses sometimes, but like I don't care. Like
Yeah. And we need both. We need, like I
exactly
say, you need like it would be boring if you were just playing my type of course, or
right, or
and
just like
everybody likes
parkland
different
style
things.
courses. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I make mine for like mine are very video game arcade style. So um, like a lot of the element, you're not going to see this sort of stuff in real life.
Hmm.
Like every tee shot, what I try to do is have a straight, safe route,
Hmm.
and then you have the option to have like another shot where you can either work the ball around trees to get a better angle at a flag or less distance in.
Right.
Uh, like I'm not a fan of just having a straight, just hit it straight off the tee and not think.
Hmm.
And that it's not, it's definitely not purist. I mean, you're not going to see that sort of stuff on in real life. But
No.
in terms of a video game, I think it works.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I spent a good 5 minutes just walking around or taking a look or zooming around this hole. Like this. I love the bridge, like that curved bridge you've done there. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah. Oh, that looks really good.
thanks.
Get down.
A lot of times I guess I'm desensitized. It doesn't even. I think it doesn't even look good.
Really? I
Yeah,
think it looks
yeah,
amazing. Yeah. And
yeah.
that
It's
just comes into your head one night and you're like, okay, this is and then you just build it. That's crazy.
yeah, but I try to make every shot like try to make it very interesting. Like, do I want to hit a ball at this green, like
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot goes into it. It's not just the planning; it's the way the land flows, the land movement, the sculpting, and
Yeah, and I notice you
just makes it interesting.
oh for sure. And I notice you bring a lot of your plot up. You raise your whole plot up quite a bit. I've noticed with a lot of your courses.
Yeah, that just helps with the perspective on certain angles.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just gives more depth and that sort of stuff.
Right. With the like backdrop and stuff like that, I
Hmm.
guess too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how many courses do you think you've done now between TGC 1 to 2019, 2K21?
Oh my God, I have no clue. A lot.
Yeah, yeah, you've definitely done more than me. You're probably in the 40, 50 range, I would say.
Yeah, there's a lot. I've pretty much been releasing them monthly, except I took like 9 months off from the game there last year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I just tried playing Call of Duty again. So
Right.
can't,
Hmm.
but that got old fast.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Around the corner. I think what's refreshing about your courses, I think, is that you don't make them hard. Like your courses are, for the most part, pretty easy, and I like that. Like I play an Arctic Fury course for the eye candy for sure, and I don't want to
Hmm.
be playing anything. I just want a nice, relaxing round where I can just like gawk at things. So I think you've made it. You've done well for making your courses pretty accessible to everybody because I think people
Yeah,
know when they play your courses, they know what they're going to get, and they want to just enjoy the experience.
yeah, and not everybody's a whatever pro player on TGC tours. I think that's the high. I don't really know the levels. Is that the highest or PGA Tour?
Yeah, PGA is like platinum tour now, so
Well, yeah, once you get to that level, you got to trick up the courses so much to. Well, maybe not in this game, but I mean the last one, you
yeah.
couldn't. There's nothing you could do to stop people from shooting 50 under.
Mm-hmm. That's still the same thing. So yeah, I'm the same. I will design for an easier golf course for the most part now. I used to design harder courses, but I don't know. I prefer building easier ones now.
I made a few. Um, I think the last hard one I did was maybe Umbria, Italy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I still watch videos of people shooting 18 under on it. There's nothing you can do.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. What is your favorite course you've designed in this game, or if
Oh
throughout all
boy.
the games? Might be a tough one.
Um, um, hmm. I think it's down between Corinthia Club Austria
Mm-hmm.
and Sky Peaks.
Yeah.
Technically, Sky Peaks, because I had to cheat a little bit on the routing. No one will ever notice except designers who,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm sure when they open up, they're going around every little corner to make sure.
You know what? I mean, yeah, there's some that do that, and it's just like, who
uh,
cares? Like, it's a
design
video game. I don't like if you're going for
Designers
realism,
don't play
fine.
your courses to enjoy them. They play them to find something wrong with them,
Yes, they do.
compare them to themselves, try to
Mm,
take ideas from it. But the average player, he gets on, he doesn't care,
exactly. Yeah.
and that's okay.
Oh,
But
for sure.
like I had to cheat on the routing on Corinthia to save a few frames.
Mm-hmm.
I was just noticing that um, I was getting like 20 less frames per second on a certain area of the course, so I kind of moved it way off in the distance. You know,
Nice.
but I think that course probably has a lot of risk reward shots, and
Mhm. Sky
it's
Peaks for
definitely not
me.
boring.
No, Sky Peaks for me was my favorite of your course, probably by quite a bit. Like I
Yeah,
loved.
I knew you'd like that one the
I know.
most.
Well, yeah, because from where I am, I mean, this is right up my alley in terms of kind of where I'm from. That and I just thought like I really liked like the golf, like the layout. I thought was great that course. So yeah.
Yeah, it's little. It was less. See, it was less video gamey that course. Like
Hmm.
it was like a lot of fairways were just hit a straight drive, and
Yeah.
not my favorite. Like I still like the ones where you can I hook it around the trees and get to a better fairway.
Hmm.
But some may think it's tricked up, and
Yeah. No, I don't.
you
I
can't please everyone. You just
Oh, for
you know
sure. Everyone's, yeah, exactly. You design for yourself. You design for enjoyment, and people love it. Great. There's gonna be people that don't like it. Whatever. Who cares?
yeah.
Yeah.
I still like the crazy like risk reward shots and
Mm-hmm.
that sort of foolishness. But
Mm-hmm. Um, I think what I think my favorite shot or my favorite tee shot is that first hole at Sky Peaks. That cliff you've done on the right hand side with the little waterfall coming off. I
hmm
was in awe when I saw that. I was like, oh my god.
yeah, that was pretty hard to make. I think it took me a few hours to make that.
Mm-hmm. I have
I
gone
thought
back
you
and studied that a few times. I'm like, I want to build something like that, something
well
somewhat close.
you can tell where um, I started off using different types of rocks, and then when the new game got released, I kind of switched over to a different type of rock.
Mm-hmm.
So I was worried that the transition wouldn't be as smooth, but I
Yeah,
went back and patched it up a little bit.
yeah. So how do you feel about? I'm guessing you're loving the unlocked assets now with all the themes.
Yeah, it's great. It is really good. I wish, but like with anything, you just keep wanting more and more.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a few things I wish they'd change, but
Yeah, this
yeah,
castle
it's
here is unreal. Well, what is some things you'd like them to change? You think? What
um,
for you? What's on your wish list?
I kind of well, I kind of miss the flyovers.
Uh-huh.
But besides that, I think I'd like an ocean background on every theme,
Yeah.
because the problem I have with the links and the step theme is that in order to plant that, I mean, you get no free trees. Well, you get free cactus and a
Yeah.
few bushes,
Yeah.
and then the plant meter is the same for that one as it would be for, say, a Swiss theme where you get literally thousands of free trees on the plot, and then off the plot you get man, there must be 100,000 trees out there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So you get amazing backgrounds, which look good from every angle and every lighting condition. And I just that's what's keeping me from going to the step theme. I think is just I would just burn up the whole meter in like
It's
three
hard.
holes.
It is very I love the step theme, but trying to cover that empty space I find is so difficult. And I'm right like ace high. My last, I was at 100% plant meter. I could not plant
Yeah,
another blade of grass on that course, and
and
I
the thing
still
with
feel
that
like
is,
it's empty.
yeah, and like for those type of courses, you need to have, I think maybe like dawn or dusk lighting,
Mm-hmm.
probably about 1,800 hours to make it look dramatic. But then
Yeah,
once you come back into the sun, it all
looks terrible.
looks like terrible.
Yep.
And I like to work with neutral lightings.
Mm-hmm.
That way, like it looks good from every angle. You're not getting that disparity between. Um, it does look amazing when you're, going against the sun. The
Yeah.
mountains, the backgrounds look awesome. But when you come back, it looks is jarring. It looks,
Mm-hmm.
and then in order to work in the lightings I work with, you need to have some sort of where it's kind of bright. You need to have trees to cast shadows to kind of break up that brightness and stuff. If that makes sense. So
Right. Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, we think very similarly when it comes to that kind of stuff. I've been experimenting more with the like cloudiness, because I was very much
yeah,
dramatic lighting, but then you'd pay for it, going the other way. So that's why like you think you've cheated on your routing. I've had a couple routings where I've just like burrowing owl I did back in TGC2. Like every hole is into the sun.
yeah,
And it's so egregious. Same with Jumeirah Club. It's the same thing. But at that point, I just like I didn't care. Like whatever. This is a video game.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I try to make my like holes like I try to make them. I don't want to have to like have every hole go in the same direction because wind and stuff. I try to make them go every sort of direction, and
Yeah.
so you get the you know equal distribution. But like I say, one thing I've been switched over to. I started it with Corinthians. I started making courses with Overcast,
Yeah.
and I'm
Oh,
I'm finding that like it kind of gives you that neutral lighting, but
hmm,
then the sun comes out and bleaches everything out.
right.
So I'd like to have static weather. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they'll ever do that, but like static weather conditions, so you can lock in your like settings, and it won't be ruined by like
Yeah.
bursts of sunlight. Um, Ocean background on every theme, because that way I could, you could use the Swiss theme. You could get all those trees and make like a nice coastline course without
Oh, that would be so good.
destroying the meter.
Yeah.
Rotation on every object, 360 degrees.
Yeah, you
I have
kind of
some
put
idea.
that list on your on because I
Yeah.
was asking for people because I do have a lucky to have a bit of a direct line, and I took some from other people, but once I hit yours, I just copy pasted your list onto my list. So I'm like,
Oh,
everything he
thanks.
wants is should be in this game. So
Well, it shouldn't be hard. Like if you can tilt the bridge a little bit, the
yeah,
engine should be able to, you know, make it go upside down or whatever. I can't.
absolutely. Yeah, it feels like
And
there's
I
a few
think,
things. I think they're at the point where they needed to sort out the gameplay, which they're pretty close to, and they're they're now ready to start. I think moving on the designer. So
yeah, hopefully.
because they have to realize like this is the lifeblood of this game. Like without
Yeah, oh,
great
for sure.
courses and great course designers, like this game gets pretty stale pretty quick.
Hmm. Yeah, we got a great community.
Yeah, we do for sure. I love these little short par threes or short par fours here.
Yeah, I do a lot of these just because,
They're just fun.
and what I try to do, you'll notice I'm kind of obsessed with backboards.
Yes, I like that too. And then you can go, that's
I do
great.
it, I do it for my own entertainment. I like to watch people play and like hit the back of the green and just watch your reaction as the ball comes back and they get like a hole in one or something.
Oh yeah, hole in one on an Arctic Fury course. Boom. Oh, there's a chip. Nice.
Oh my God,
You got one.
+10. Wow,
Eagle. Love it.
my goodness.
Yeah, I like your courses. It's fun because you can look at the scorecard. If you're playing well, you can card 4 or 5 eagles on your courses sometimes,
Yeah,
which is
yeah, for
great.
sure. And yeah, and like I say, when I watch a lot of Twitch people play the courses, and they're not usually shooting 15 under. You know, there's like 3 or 4. So the majority of players out there are just casuals. So
Yeah.
and you know, you got your great designers to make the hard U.S. Open courses for TGC tours and that sort of stuff. So
I just love these little tiny waterfalls. They look so good. Just the little
hmm
ribbon waterfalls are those are really cool. You're so good with your rocks. Like that is one rock, right? That's just
yeah, it's just one
one
rock. You
rock.
just
Different sizes, different rotations. Yeah.
it's just a way to you just rotate it, enlarge it, and then you need to add the bushes too. It just that's what brings it to life.
Right. Yeah.
Bushes and grass and
So how long would that take you at the back there, roughly? I'm always curious. You work fast, so
this toll about an hour.
yeah, okay. So in total, which probably people want to know, and I get this question 1,000 times a stream, how long roughly does it take you, start to finish, to build a course? What would you
Oh
estimate
boy,
as your
it's
time?
about a month. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many hours. Like oh boy, I don't keep track.
Yeah.
But in my old life, prior to having a child, I would able to do like a little bit a day because
Yeah.
it's relaxing. I do it as therapeutic,
Mm-hmm.
and like I say, I find it relaxing creating these beautiful little set pieces and stuff like that.
For sure.
But I'm not sure how long it takes. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
definitely. Do you design in order? Like, do you finish one hole before you go on to the next one, or do you lay down the surfaces then plant everything?
I don't.
What's your workflow usually?
It changes each course. I'm very erratic.
Hmm.
Um, I've had courses where lay down all the holes and go from there. But usually, what I do is plant one hole at a time. I never lay out. Oh boy, that was a
Oh,
nice.
that'll work.
Might work.
Good
I want to
miss.
hit that slope because you can get there in two if you make it down the slope. Um, I don't lay out all the holes at the beginning because for me, it's like all the fun is over. Everything is written, and you're just there's no excitement anymore because
Yep.
you may plant a hole and then get, something may pop in your head. Oh, I could put a nice par 3 here, and if you're already stuck into a layout, then you're
Exactly. See, I feel like I'm one of the few that don't think like that. So I'm glad to hear that you have that kind of same thinking. Like I don't understand the people that surface all 18 holes and they're like, "Oh, I got to plant it all now." And it's like, I don't know. I like the mix up between, okay, now I'm going to design the hole, now I'm going to plant it. Now I'm going to design, now I'm going to plant. I like that. It keeps things interesting. If I had to just plant for 18 holes in a row, I think I would go crazy. Uh-oh,
yeah,
where
and
am I going?
that's I plant every hole 90%, and then I make final pass. Oh, this,
Oh, okay.
and
Fair
then I
enough.
make final pass throughs after to add like insects, animals, that sort of
Right. Little details.
little detail. But if you look at the course, I mean, it's still if you zoom out, everything is rooted perfectly. I mean, it's everything is you know near each other and
Right.
it's going all different angles, and you can actually see some other holes from.
Hmm.
I know a lot of times I kind of you can't see other holes from
Right. Yeah, I mean that's
my
kind of
course.
a design choice. I mean, it's almost like you create 18 little paintings, but
hmm
again, that's another thing where it's just totally your your opinion, right? So some people like
Yeah,
that, some people don't. So
yeah, but I have laid out all 18 holes before, but it's not my favorite way.
Mm,
You get a more purist course, I guess you would say, like a more realistic course, but
right.
you may not be able to create these crazy dramatic holes.
Now, I have noticed, and I know you seem to do these a lot, is unless this is a new one, these trees here, like these cone-shaped ones, are these just bushes put together? Or is that an actual tree in the designer now?
No, they were bushes
They
in
were.
TTC 19, but now there's a tree that kind of looks similar, but I
Okay.
just stacked those.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Got
just
it.
stacked them on.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of my courses I make my own trees.
Yeah.
Whether that's I'll plant a dead tree and put bushes
Hmm.
on the branches, make it look like an apple tree. I've done that a few times in
Yeah.
this course.
That's cool. Yeah, you're always getting something new. What feature or hole or something do you feel like you're the most proud of? Where you're like, you even impressed yourself? Like, I can't believe I built that. Is there one feature or
Um,
something where you're like, wow, I think I did a good job there?
it's hard to say. Um, Not really. I always think I can do better.
Mm,
I always feel like I'm something when I design something. I was like, it could look a lot better, or I'm being held back by a certain thing. I wish I had this. I wish I had that.
right.
And then when I release it, everyone, usually everyone's is kind of saying how amazing it looks. But when I'm doing it, is I'm just thinking, hey, I could be a lot better than this.
Yeah. Oh, this could
So,
be good.
oh yeah. But yeah,
Ooh.
there are a few holes I'm really. I think the one on Sky Peaks. I think is a 12 hole, that par three with the water
Oh, the one that's
rapids.
rushing down. Yeah, the one you took
Yeah,
that was on Twitter that you were teasing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot because I used the new rocks and it looked pretty cool. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite par threes.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got some absolute showstopper par threes. I think those are definitely the highlight of a lot of your courses. I mean, most of your holes are showstoppers. I don't know how you do it. It's crazy.
Oh, thanks.
So, is there a specific part of your design that you feel like maybe you could work on? A weakness, perhaps.
um, Boy, I don't want to sound arrogant at all, but I feel like um, I I have a certain style, a certain hole design, and I nail it exactly the way I want to. Because
Hmm.
like when I release a course, I make sure everything is plays exactly the way I intend to play it. And you can argue whether if it's a great hole design or not, but I do it the way I intend to do it, and I guess everybody thinks they're right in their own way.
Hmm.
But I think um, I think I'd like to. I wouldn't say it's a weakness, but I'd like to do something really different
Mm,
um, in terms of like the way I say plant a course or.
right.
But the problem, like, I like to do a course with like maybe a different style of bunkers, but it's usually the engine. Sometimes when I do like waste bunkers, like the engine doesn't render it properly, and
Yeah.
that it kind of like crinkles up a bit. Like you can't do fine sculpting.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
why you'll notice that a lot of my bunkers are tend to be smooth and simple shapes because it
Right.
flows well. It looks great from when you zoom out. It doesn't crinkle up,
Yep.
and everything just seems to flow, and the textures are like really clean and sharp.
Hmm.
But I would like to, you know, maybe I'll find a way to do it. But I'm gonna start doing some experimenting if I ever get time to design again. I'm gonna
You won't
try
for a
to,
little bit, but it'll get back eventually for sure.
yeah, and I guess I'm a little OCD over the way like the land looks and stuff, and
Right.
I just wish you can't really do micro sculpting in the Unity engine.
Hmm.
But I'll find a way. I'm gonna do something different for
Oh,
my next course.
oh,
Try to do
okay.
something.
Oh, we like to hear that.
Because
I
I
just
feel like
noticed.
my bunkers are pretty similar from course to course.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree with the. I just noticed there's a train on this hole, and I did not see that the first two times. That is incredible. You made a train.
Oh, thanks.
I was like, sounds, man, that's crazy. That's so cool. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I got distracted by the train. It'll come back. Try to play a lead here, draw. Oh, I was not about bunkers. Yeah, I mean, I noticed that if I have my kind of the edges a little bit too tight, like if you zoom back, they'll crinkle. I think that is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's like the
Like,
polygon mesh or something.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
drives me nuts.
and yeah, it's boy,
Oh,
my goodness. I apologize for this performance.
no problem. Problem.
But yeah, I'd like to do something different. Um, I want to make a course where if someone plays it and they say, "Okay, didn't realize this was an Arctic Fury course."
Because yeah, you can definitely tell you're playing an Arctic Fury course, which I think is a good thing. But it would be
Y-
definitely. I mean, people say the same thing about my courses too. But yeah, it would be cool to see something like totally different. I've always wanted to see. I'm still waiting for a, like you said earlier, but I know why you're not probably not doing it. But I can't wait to
I
see a
did
step
honestly,
course.
I did open it a month ago and start a step course, and
Hmm.
I couldn't get. I'm just like I can't make it work. I'm like I'm losing. I have no free trees at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, and then I plant a little bit of like a few cactus or something, and I'm up to 5%, and it's just there's so much area to fill,
Yeah, it's
and
all about just using
I'm
elevation.
just wondering, like with links and step, could they say with those seams, could they give you 50% more, like give you double the plant meter? Because I'm not sure why. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
you get thousands of free trees on
Yeah, why can't they
Swiss,
do it on step or links? Yeah, that or like
and
being able to select what your free trees are. I think that would be cool. Like you get 5 or 6 options of like these are what I want for my auto generated trees. I think that
yeah,
would be cool.
so and it's like I don't think I can go back to links or link seam again too because I just can't. I can't make add this amount of grass and these amount of trees
Mhm.
without, I would run at a meter within 9 holes.
So your go-to themes would be what's this one? Is this countryside?
It's
Rustic?
rustic.
Rustic, yeah, okay.
Lately, I'm gravitating towards the themes that, um, before I think in TGC1 I would have a blank plot and plant every tree,
Mhm.
but then I've developed, I've learned how to work with the trees that are already there, set to 100% to give you more coverage, right?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I put too much. Oh no, that's good. This is the showstopper hole here for
This is
sure.
yeah, like for this one here, you just want to get a hole in one. You just go right to the back of the
Uh-huh.
green,
That's what I tried. I didn't
backspin,
get enough on it. Yeah. See, I love that.
and don't hit it slow. But it's designed. I mean, it's a bit of a. If you hit the back of the green with any sort of backspin, you'll get a hole in one 50% of the time.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit of inspiration from I think the 16 hole at Augusta.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody loves these sort of crazy, dramatic holes, and I go a little bit overboard with the backboard sometimes, but this is
Oh,
brutal.
that's gonna be a fun putt.
But yeah, I spend like I mean the planting is actually one of the easier parts. I actually spend so many hours just perfecting like the physics of a hole
Yeah.
because it took so long to make it roll back and perfectly in the hole.
Yeah. So a lot of play
And it's
testing.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm seeing your apple trees now. I see the one up in the corner there. You just use those little red flowers, right? I'm
little
guessing.
red flowers. Yeah,
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Awesome. We're getting to the last hole. Yeah, this has been great.
yeah,
So
doing
maybe
great.
just tell people how. I mean, you're not a super active guy on the community, but you have a Twitter, so maybe just tell people where they can maybe follow you.
I, yeah, I just joined up Twitter, I think, a few months ago. I'm not big on followers or any sort of stuff.
Oh,
I
you're
just
getting
keep
up
to my.
there. I checked. You're like at like 700 followers already. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not. Doesn't worry. I'm not big on having a following
yeah.
or having like a channel or anything. I usually just stick to myself. I'm not big on social media,
Hmm.
and I pop up every now and then just to release a course. But I
Yeah.
guess if they want to keep updated on when I'm releasing a course, just find me on the Twitter thing.
The Twitter
I'm still
thing.
learning how to use it.
Love it. Yeah. No, I feel like you
Oh,
pop on there every couple weeks and just like
yeah,
mic drop a picture, and we're like, holy crap.
I'm a little old fashioned, but
Yeah. I love it. I love how you kind of sell your courses. You're very, you know, it you say you're not, super active on it, but I think that that's a good thing because people are just like, what's going on? I think people would like they would love an Arctic Fury stream at some point, but I mean, if that's not something you'd be comfortable with, then obviously you wouldn't do it, but
I've thought about it before, but then I feel like I'm kind of performing instead of designing. Like,
yeah,
because
I I
to
get that. I feel like that a bit too when I do
to
mine.
watch me design a course would be very, very boring. I mean, it's
Mm.
just planting hundreds and hundreds of blades of grass, and
Yeah, I would
I
just
feel
love to
like
see how fast you can move. That's what I want to see. I want to see how fast you can go.
I have a few
That's
hacks too that I keep
ah
secret.
oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Some
Yeah, no,
secret stuff.
there's some people get close to figuring it out, but
Yeah.
uh,
Oh,
I
interesting.
haven't. I don't really give away too many secrets, but there are a few cheats that I
Huh.
use, I would say.
Well, now I'm very intrigued.
But then if I tell people, everyone
Oh,
will start
absolutely.
making everyone. You'll
Absolutely.
there goes my originality. Everyone will courses will look like mine. So,
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I notice with my tutorials
oh my
sometimes I
god,
find that I tutorial and then I build a bunch of courses on stream, and then all of a sudden I get very Canuck looking courses designed by people, which I don't mind, but yeah, no, I totally get
yeah.
it. So, well, sir, thank you very much. This was Broken Locket Golf Club. If you haven't played this already, definitely go play it. Make sure you play the final version, not the regular one. Um, but yeah, this was absolutely awesome to get some insight into how you design and some of your philosophies, and letting some people get to know you a little bit more. So thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, guys, we are off, and I will see you next time.